I apologize, Brandy. What is the name of your speech again? Tips for
Surviving the Family Chaos.
Perfect title again for tomorrow and this weekend. So please welcome Brandy Chase as she speaks on Confident Communicator number 5.
Okay. So let's be honest and face it. We all, no matter how much we love our family, kind of dread this time of year. There's too much togetherness, there's too much politics talk, there's lots of things that drive us crazy about our family. We should have an attitude of gratitude with them, but we don't always appreciate them, especially if you're not in a hotel, as Jen suggested earlier, and your quarters are close. My mother-in-law will be at my house when I leave today for work. So this is kind of the theme of my life for the next days. So I want to give you some tips on how to survive Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow with the family. The first thing you need to do is line up some co-conspirators. Your number one co-conspirator needs to be the dog. And I'll come back to that and tell you why. So when you find your co-conspirator, someone that feels kind of like you, have hand signals, have gestures, kind of like baseball. So if you're in a situation where Uncle Bob's got you cornered and you can't get out of it, you see Sally across the way and you say, next thing you know, Sally's calling you and says, I need help, can you help me in the kitchen? Have someone to pull you out of a situation that's going to drive you crazy. Because the best way to survive the holidays is to stay away from the craziness. We all know we all have at least one crazy family member. Would you not agree? Yeah. That's yeah, we know it's great. So when you see people giving signals around you, you know it's time. Agree to have a plan ahead of time with your co-conspirator. Have coffee together, have breakfast together, do something so you can have a plan so that two of you, or three, how many you have together, can have it all set. So that later, if you leave her with Aunt Sally, you can't say, well, I didn't know. Have a plan all together, have it ready. Invite buffers. Everyone is always on their best behavior when you have visitors. And what a better way to share the holidays with someone that may spend it alone. So think of elderly neighbors that don't have any family or their kids don't come to see them. Divorced friends that maybe their kids are gone. Or your single friends that you want to, maybe you also want to make a love connection with one of your family members while you're there. But everybody, would you not agree, is on their best behavior? Usually the crazy one isn't so crazy if they know someone else is watching. Eat before dinner starts if you need to, and have snacks in your pocket. There's another place where the dog comes in. If you are snacking before that dinner, share your snacks with the dog. Because if dinner is gross, if dinner is overcooked, the dog will have his choice of people around the table that are trying to feed him. If you want to get rid of what's on your plate, you have to have been feeding the dog earlier so the dog knows you're the one that's going to feed him. We all know that there's some dish or something in your family that you don't want to eat that everyone raves about. Yes. Do you all see it in your head? Yes. That is what you feed to the dog. And then you get to say, oh, Aunt Sally, it was great, just as always, thank you. And you're not hurting anybody's feelings. Because what's the first thing that's going to happen if you don't eat Aunt Sally's dish? She's going to bring the drama. So avoid the drama, use the dog, make the dog your best friend. Also be snacking, because sometimes it's a long time. Dinner's supposed to be at 4, next thing you know it's 4:30, it's 5 o'clock. Drops your blood sugar. When your blood sugar drops, what happens? You get a little crazy. So have snacks ready or eat ahead of time. I will actually, this is my secret, no one tell anybody, I will actually eat a whole meal tomorrow before I go to my aunt. I love her to death. She's using all of Grandma's recipes, but she cannot cook. So I actually cook. We are all fed before we go. Otherwise, we're very, very cranky. Give that crazy person a job to do. If you want to keep them away from you, have them involve them. Make them feel special, make them feel warm, have them help you in the kitchen, do a project with the kids, get them involved somehow so that they're not, sitting on the couch talking about politics and religion and making everybody mad, so when you sit down at the dinner table, nobody wants to talk.
No wonder I'm always so busy.
Yeah. And this is the best recipe. Take 3 cups of creating a new family tradition, 1.5 cups of reconnections with your family, 6 tablespoons of hosting your own get-together in your own home with your own rules, a pinch of grin and bear it, remembering this only happens twice a year, and sprinkle the product with realistic expectations, and remember, it's always about the kids. Enjoy.